Okay everybody, I'm Sean and I'm going to do another theory for you. I'm going to do two theories in one. You can see today I already did two theories. This is theory number 3 and 4. So I've got 2 of them, supernova, 2 black holes. So I'm going to talk about that, how I see it, and how I explain how things work in this universe, where the scientists would disagree, but hey, this is the way it turned out for me, the way I see it, for the way I know it, and I'll explain that to you later. But first I just want to show you the theory, and then I'll explain why it happens like that. Well, like the sun theory, all this matter comes together, all accumulates. The proton space here, proton space, proton space here, or matter should I say, matter all around here, and the electrons all came out here, they all popped out again, like in the star theory, in the first theory. All popped out at 5,000 degrees, but this time this is more massive, and over the period it gets hotter. This core here, this core ignites at 1.5 million degrees. Right, this sun's core, this star core, 1.5 million degrees, and it ignites, but its temperature going up. Our sun is about 15 million degrees burning. This one would be burning higher, at about 35. Let's just give it that. No numbers are accurate in this theory. We have no numbers, so no algebra in this theory. All words, all dictionary word theory. Right. Now I said neutrinos come out of here, and I told you photons come in, but I don't think photons come. They come from in here. They go in there, causing this to go higher in temperature, and then it spits out the photons, like it spits out the neutrinos, rejects it all. And all the neutrinos and photons go out. That's what's slamming into the earth, the neutrinos and photons coming off here, and radio waves from these electrons that is causing space to react, or the heliosphere for us. The heliosphere is reacting to the sun's reactive energy. Now, these theories don't coincide with scientific theory. This theory is different, and but we get the same information. And the information they're getting is, these turn into, this area here, all this turn into iron atoms. But there are no atoms in the atoms don't accumulate till after the explosion. They don't accumulate before the explosion. Before the explosion. This is before the explosion. So in here, everything temperature builds up. All around here, all the cavity all builds up. The cavity in here, in between the neutron core and the cavity core. Here's another pen. Got another here, just to get it all mixed up. So all of this builds up in pressure. All pressure rises even higher and higher and higher. Can't give you an exact number, I don't do numbers. Okay? I just do words. So this is greater than, or less than. That's what I'll use, greater and less. This is greater than in pressure than this is. This pressure is getting less than, because this is greater than. So as this pressure in here builds up, it causes all this neutron cavity, right, some neutrons, all these neutrons all around here. Got a lot of mess there. Yeah, all the neutrons build up around there. I can clean some of it up a little bit. Lost a bit of my star there. Alright, clean it up a little bit, but yeah. All of it all builds up there, and this goes up to ion frequency. Gives off ion frequency, I call it. So I haven't got a spectrum chart here to point out the exact, or to give you a better idea. I haven't got one right now, so when I get one I'll do it. But I'm going to do it differently anyways. This is just going ahead without anything better. Just going ahead, just having a look. I'm learning how to do more programs, so this is a learning lesson for me. And all of this builds up anyways to ion cloud, I call it, a neutron cloud. Neutron cloud, and that builds up to things. And once the temperature and pressure builds up to the required ion frequency, I would have to say, it explodes. Everything goes apart. All of this, all the structure in here collapses. When this explodes, this takes out all the structure. And all of this cavity goes out. The rest, and it takes out all the structure. And what happens to this protons, it all falls in, right? Proton space, because it's purified empty space. This is crystallized empty space. Alright? And this purified empty space stays here, around the core. The electrons here collapses, goes in. Because there's no structure to keep it out anymore. All the structure is blasted out by this neutron field and cloud, which is because of the pressure inside of here. Right, inside the area 2, I call it. Within area 2, and this area 1, 2, and 3 here, I'll give it 4. Well, electrons are 4, 5, oh that's 5, 4, 6. Right, 6 is the heliosphere again. 6 is helios. It might look like a mess, but I hope you understand what I am saying. Okay? So all of it blasts in, all the protons stay, it goes in, all the electrons collapses, or blasted out too, some of them, and the bottom goes in. And then it's all black around. And this turns all black. This core is then hidden behind this dark thing, which is pressurized by space. The space has structure too. Right? The space structure right there. Space structure. That's the structure. Right, space structure. All that space structure is gone, or is hanging in, or is pushing now back, causing the black hole to come about. Supernova exploded into black hole, which is all of this. Right. And now all of that is all black. Put a black one there. All black. Alright. Now the thing about that is time space now. This space becomes fast space. It's purified empty space because it's got no more structure in it. All the structure is blasted away. So therefore all of it, and it turns black, and it can't burn because the electrons are out here, inside here. The electrons should be out here to create thermo ignition or keep it thermo alight. But it's all failed, started, exploded, and it failed, and it collapsed into a black hole. And then, well, it's pretty plain and clear. It's so simple, my way of doing theories. It doesn't take hours or days or minutes, half an hour to do these theories. It's very, very easy to understand. And I'm only doing this like this. Keeps me doing something anyway, so that gives me a better understanding of doing programs more. So, but I want to do this one because we've got to use that black hole to create a supernova, a Big Bang supernova that will recreate the next universe. That's where the next universe, that's all the energy for the next universe when it becomes a black hole. Right? That's the next universe. Next. Next uni is that. Next Big Bang, and that's going to be the fuel for the next Big Bang, and I'm going to show you that theory. That's a different theory again. It's different from this. But all supernovas are different kinds of theory, depending on what type of supernova it is. They call this one a hypernova. So you understand it. It's pure and simple. And yeah, just looking if it's going on. If I'm still running. Yeah, it's still recording, so it's okay. Okay, so yeah, job's done. Nothing much to it. And that's it. So I hope you've learned something from this. And good on you for wasting your time if you have watched this video. It gives you a foresight of the future of what's you're going to see in the future, of how these theories are going to come about, how the other theory, how the black hole theory, all the other theories, the whole lot are going to do. Listen, I'm going to show you DNA, psychology. After this one, it's going to, after the Big Bang theory, it's going to be inflation theory, so I'm going to give you that one. So we've got create a Big Bang, then I'm going to give you inflation theory, and that's another theory of its own for something. And they have minor theories as well. So it's a big program. All of this stuff is not properly designed, but when it is designed properly for you to understand, then you will understand it better. I'm just giving you a quick rundown of what's to be expected in the future. Right? This is a sneak preview of how things are turning out. Okay, so I think I might just leave it at that for now. I hope you understand it. If not, just go through it again and you should understand the basics anyways. Just the basics understand. Don't need technical. Plenty of time for that. You're not in a rush for it. Bye everyone, and thanks for watching the show.